Okay, so this is going to be what we call a quick and dirty video where I work through number 3 from last night's assignment. I'm sitting here in my room during first hour with that stupid air conditioner blaring, but hopefully you can hear me. I want to run through the process so you can see what's supposed to happen here. These pictures that you're given are different than the ones that we worked on in the notes because the three-dimensional cross section, you know, that sort of peach-colored slice is not drawn in this picture. You have to imagine it and then recreate it here. So let me show you what I mean by that. Let me get this out of the way. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to figure out what sort of shape we're dealing with here. We're dealing with isosceles right triangles. All right, so down here where it says draw the cross section, I'm going to draw an isosceles right triangle like this. So the right angle's here and then the legs are equal. If you don't know what an isosceles triangle, right triangle looks like, look it up. All right. Now this one actually says the hypotenuse is in the base. That means when I draw this segment perpendicular to the x-axis, that segment is the hypotenuse. So whatever expression I come up with for that segment, I will write it along the hypotenuse. And then you'll have to remember that if you know the hypotenuse to get the legs, you divide by the square root of 2. All right, now my cross-section shape is a isosceles right triangle, so we're going to write that in here. And I didn't leave a lot of room, so I'm going to sort of make a little notation there. The formula for the area is 1/2 base times height, right? That's the geometry formula for the area. For us, the base is down here on the bottom and the height is here, so those are the same. So we're just going to do 1/2 times whatever that thing is squared. Okay, now let's figure out what it is. So the segment that I drew, remember we measure vertical distance in the plane by doing top minus bottom. So the top line is this y equals 4 and the bottom line is x squared. So that means the hypotenuse of my triangle here is, oopsie, I just moved that on you, 4 minus x squared. That means these legs are 4 minus x squared divided by the square root of 2. Okay, each one of these legs, they're both the same, so this one is the same thing, right? They're both 4 minus x squared divided by 2. So our area formula, and I'm going to write this in, I guess I'll write it in blue here in the box. The area formula for us is going to be 1/2 times 4 minus x squared over the square root of 2 times 4 minus x squared over the square root of 2. I guess I should have simplified that before I wrote it in the box, so I'll do it here on the side. Square root of 2 times the square root of 2 is 2, and then there's another 2 there, so that's going to be a 4 on the bottom. And on top, I've got 4 minus x squared twice, so that's squared. That's my area formula. That means my definite integral, which will go from this intersection, -2, to this intersection, 2. So from -2 to 2 of this area formula. And you can just write it like that because we're just going to type it into the computer to get the answer anyway for these. There's different ways to write it. I probably would, I'm going to do it. I would probably write 1/4 out here and then 4 minus x squared squared dx. You are not supposed to actually run through the antiderivative and do all the algebra. We're supposed to type this bad boy in on the computer, which I'm doing right now, although you can't see it. I'm just going to go 0.25 times the integral -2 to 2 of parentheses 4 minus x squared. Don't you love it when I'm talking but you can't even see what I'm doing? Like I told you, this is just me quickly knocking this bad boy out. Now when I hit dx, it's telling me 8.53 repeating. Now I'm hoping that's the right answer, otherwise I have to do this video all over again. Where are my answers? That is another great question. I got them right here. Hang on. La-di-da-di-da. Oh man, I hope this microphone's working because I don't want to have to redo this thing. This is chapter 6. This is slicing. And we did letter C. Here it is, answers. I'm just checking to make sure I got it right. I don't need to get a bunch of texts about how I screwed it up. 4 minus x squared, there it is. Number 3. 8.53 repeating. Yeah, baby. Okay. So I'm going to happy face myself because I'm happy that I got it right. Let's see what kind of purple I can do here. But this is the idea with these problems. You're not shown a picture of the cross section. You're given a written description, and then you have to draw it like I did here, right? So I drew the cross section. Then you have to figure out, we're always going to draw this vertical segment. You have to figure out where to put that measurement, top minus bottom, on the picture. Top minus bottom goes somewhere on the picture. You just have to figure out where it goes. And then from there, you create your area formula, like I did here, and then just dump it into a definite integral and enter it into either your graphing calculator or Desmos, or one of those integral calculators that I linked on Google Classroom. Okay, hope this helps. We'll talk more in class, or you know, get up to my room during the day here if you want to ask extra questions. Okay, hopefully this video worked. I'll talk to you soon. See ya.